I will read the minutes from last month. Jeff read the water report. There was no police report. Lead service line survey letters have been sent out. We are unknown as to when the action will most likely be taken on these. The second budget meeting, all council were present and all voted to agree to the 2025 budget. Jeff motions to accept the meeting minutes. Tony seconds. Public comment, there was a pothole in the road that is bad, would like it repaired. On 811, will notify all utilities involved. Every ticket starting in 2025 has to be responded to online within 3 days. This is now mandatory. This will be mandatory in 2025. With no further business, the meeting was adjourned.
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Water report. Words are hard. The daily water usage for November was 46,000 gallons. This is as low as it has been in some time. The treatment plant is running well. I had to retest one of the required tests and they came back okay. I still have 2 more tests to take before the end of the year. Met with a couple of engineers from Midwest Engineering to locate meter pits on the 2-inch mains we're looking to replace. Mike. Okay, as far as new business, we'll start at the bottom of the list. Snow removal. We're going to be advertising for anybody for contracts. We'll be taking bids for the next 2 weeks. If we don't get any bids, we'll probably just go back to the contractor we normally use. In the meantime, we'll be using him on last year's contract. Legion rental. We need to renew our contract with the Legion for next year to rent this space. I am in favor of that. We've already checked with them and they're in favor of it. So I would propose that we rent it for next year at the same rate.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Final thing on the list is cell phones. You know about that.
I do. So currently, like IDM comes here to check the well, they can't get a hold of anybody because we don't have a full-time office person. So Patrick talked to them. They would like us to put some phone numbers out there of people that can be reached, you know.
Right.
So I really don't want my work number posted out there. I think it's time we get a cell phone for the town, at least one. Post that number out there, the office, you know.
So who would carry it?
Well, I'm thinking we would switch on and off carrying it. Jeff and I for now.
Do we want to do one or do we want to do
Well,
two? So they
I
can
have 2 options. We can do one. I mean, it's just double to do the second one. They're both from AT&T. That's who I have. Initially, I went there thinking they could tie that phone number to my phone, so I'd only have to carry one phone.
Why can't you have the office number forwarded to a cell phone, whoever's wanting to answer it?
Well,
Because your number won't come up on it that way.
the way they explained it to me is they can set it up like that, but if I go on vacation and I want Jeff to pick up the calls, I have to take my phone back over there, and then they have to do
When
it.
I had the shop, I would use my shop number and forward it to
Well,
whatever number I wanted to go to.
I see what you're saying, but the problem with that is that every day it would have to get forwarded to us. So that if somebody forgets to forward it, then it's just going to ring back into the answering
That's a
machine.
personal problem.
Well,
If they forget to forward it, it just goes to the person that's forwarded last time.
no, I think our phone. You take so like when Misty's in the office, she's going to unforward the phone.
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you.
If she doesn't re-forward it when she goes to leave it today.
Still a personal problem.
Yeah.
I think we need something because as soon as construction starts in town, they're going to need to get a hold of somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you know, anytime during the day.
Yep.
So that's my thoughts. Basically, one phone phone costs us $62 a month. New phones is double that. It still has some data usage, but it's as low as I could set it. So basically, it's just for receiving calls.
I mean, I think at this point, probably having 2 lines too, that way if they can't get a hold of whoever's got the one phone, they can call the other number. Because ideally, we'd be able to switch it off and have possibly have Mike carrying one, and then one of us as a backup.
Yeah, and it may come to that when we start doing construction.
So I'm gonna say we do 2 phones. We do 2 lines.
It's a 3-year contract too.
Yeah.
The phones are basically free. The phone was $2 or yeah.
I can't comment on the contracts because of who I work for, but as far as conceptually what we need, I think probably having 2 phones is probably going to be our best bet. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
so well, I'll propose that we get 2 cell phones for the town, and either board members or water department employees or someone is carrying them, and we can figure out the alternating of that later.
Okay. All right. I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye. This is everything Misty needs to take over there to set up the accounts.
Well, while we go through bills, does anybody else have anything?
What's the numbers and stuff painted on the roads for? There's like in front of mine, meter. There's a,
Well, they were in town last week doing some preliminary surveying for the water project. Midwest was, so I'm assuming it's part of that.
I figure it was, I just kinda curious what it was.
Yeah.
Are they blue?
Nope, pink.
Pink.
I don't know. That's the only thing I know
It's-
that's been going on.
It's just like a checkerboard, and then it's got a 5 on it right by my meter.
I know.
Out in the road.
I would think.
At your house, you said? I'm sure it's the water.
Oh, I figured it
Yeah.
was, I just curious.
Yeah,
since
they
I've
were
been
trying to
feeding-
locate valving and different things for that 2-inch line, and then the one behind the fire station down the alley.
Yeah, cause that's the only that's the only thing on the road is that line.
Okay.
Meter.
Mike was with them, helping locate, so. We will get some signs put on the building out there at the well house with phone number.
I have this for you to look over.
Okay. All right.
So the feed mill has been changed ownership. I actually met with the new owner. Kind of a weird scenario how I met with him, but a really nice guy. He's got some big plans. He's going to fix a lot of things at the feed mill, clean it up, and then they're actually going to change where the office is at so that you can actually go in and buy your feed in a heated and air conditioned office. And like pick up your cat food and your dog food, the regular stuff, not the horse feed and stuff, but the other stuff in said office. You won't be going out into the shop and things like that. So, and when I talked to him, he said it's an investment for him, and he plans on running it as an investment and not just as a tax write-off or anything.
Where's they out of?
He lives over in Tilton by Brook Springs.
Oh, okay.
So he owns a trucking company. So he's familiar with running a business. Like I said, he seems to be a really nice guy. All right.
The potholes have been filled on Clay Street.
Yeah, once it warms up, I'd like to get the one on Center
I saw
filled.
that the other day. Yeah. extra bags and mix in the garage.
Yeah, we'll have to wait out to warm
Yeah.
up. It won't even take at this temperature. Okay, does anyone else have any other business? Okay, seeing no further business, I will motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.